Okay, let's get into your reading, Libra. Okay, I have manifested that this reading would only find you if it is meant for you. There is going to be someone with a lot of status and a lot of fame who is going to come into your life. This is a very high profile, high net worth person that is going to come into your life. They're going to have their eyes set on you, just in case you couldn't see what I'm seeing here. And I want to name something before we go any further, loves, because a title like this one can sound almost unbelievable when you first hear it. High profile, high net worth, eyes already set on you. It's natural for a part of your mind to want to dismiss that instantly, to file it away as wishful thinking, as something that only happens to other people. I want you to resist that instinct completely tonight. The cards do not exaggerate for effect. They simply reflect what energy is actually already moving, and this person is going to want to pursue you. This is someone that could be famous or very well known in their work line, in their industry. This is someone that has a lot of money. They have a lot going for them financially. And this person is someone who has a lot of achievements. They may have a lot of awards, achievements, recognition, again, as a person or in their industry. And this person is going to have their eyes set on you. I've never done a reading like this before, where I've said this kind of information. If you are here, this is for you. Like, if you are here, this message is for you. I've manifested that this would find you only if it's meant for you. Remember, I said that. So I'm telling you, there is a high-profile individual that is going to have their eyes set on you, and they are going to pursue you. And this person is someone that is really going to like you. And I want you to really sit with how rare this specific message actually is, loves. I don't pull this kind of reading often. The cards have to line up in a very particular way for me to even say the words high profile, high net worth out loud with this much certainty. They lined up that way tonight, and they lined up for you. This person has not come across very sweet, kind, generous people in recent times, and they will find it very refreshing that they can be around someone who isn't like a gold digger. I'm sorry I have to say that word, but that word just came to my mind. Like, you're someone that looks for emotional consistency, emotional awareness, conversations, attraction. You're not someone who's just after a person because of money. You're after someone if they have stability, but also have good character. And so this person is someone that feels like you are just a good person. You're not out to strip them of their finances. You're not out to wash them off their money and just take their money. Like, you're not a deceitful, stealing person. You like connection. You have empathy. And that is something that is going to absolutely touch their heart, because this person spiritually already feels connected to you. And I want to name something about that word refreshing, loves, because it carries real weight in this reading. Refreshing means relief. It means a person who has spent a long time bracing for the same disappointment over and over, suddenly encountering something different. You are that difference. Not because you tried to be, but simply because of who you already are. And relief like that lingers, loves, far longer than the moment it first happens. Once someone finally exhales after holding their breath for years, they don't easily go back to holding it again. You gave them that exhale simply by existing exactly as you are. So even if you don't talk to this person and they see you from a distance, they will just feel this pull towards you. They will feel this softness towards you. They will feel this connection towards you, that you are someone really, really special, and that you are not out to get them or anything. And that is going to trigger them to come forward. It is going to trigger them to want to contact you, communicate, pursue you, invite you somewhere, go places with you, because they will feel connected. And I want you to understand how rare this specific pull actually is, loves. Most people, when they meet someone with real status, adjust themselves, perform a little, try harder than usual. This person doesn't need any of that from you. The pull they feel is happening simply from watching you exist in your own life, unaware, unguarded, exactly yourself. And I want to be clear about what that means practically, loves. You don't need to post more, dress differently, or curate a version of your life for an audience that isn't watching. The version of you already living your ordinary days, laughing at something small, focused on your own goals, that is the exact version that already caught their attention. There is something deeply disarming about someone who isn't performing for an audience, and that is exactly the energy you are carrying without even realizing it. And I want to say one more thing about this, loves, because it explains something you might have wondered about. Why hasn't this happened sooner if it's this obvious? The truth is, timing in situations like this rarely aligns instantly. This person needed to reach a certain point in their own life first, a point of genuine readiness, before they could actually recognize what they were seeing in you. That point has now arrived. They will feel drawn. They will feel like, I want to go here, I want to go there, I want to spend this time with you, I want to move things along in this particular way. They will literally feel like, I want to do this. The Page of Wands, such a powerful energy, which is the fact that they will just find you so intriguing, like they will find you to be a mystery that they want to crack the code of. They will find you super attractive. They will like how you look. They will like your personality, your energy, but they will also just like the emotional side of you, which I think is really interesting because they find that there are not a lot of people that care about their emotions. You know, this is a very high achieving person, very, very high achieving. And people like them because of their status. Whereas they will feel like you will like them because of their emotion and how they are as a human being, aside from all of that, which I think is fascinating. And I want to genuinely sit with how lonely that specific kind of success can actually be, loves. Achievement at that level tends to attract a very particular crowd. People drawn to the title, the platform, the money, rarely the actual person underneath all of it. Over time, that erodes something in a person. It makes them start to wonder if anyone would still want them if all of it disappeared tomorrow. And that quiet fear, loves, the fear of being loved only for what you have and never for who you are, is one of the loneliest things a person can carry, you, without even trying. Answer that fear simply by being someone whose interest was never about any of it in the first place. I've not done a reading like this before. I'm not joking. Claim this energy. Claim this energy. Comment down below. Comment down below. They will approach me and like this video, and make sure you are subscribed because energy is energy, okay? And I want you to actually type it, loves. Not just think it. Claiming is an action, not just a feeling sitting quietly in your head. The universe responds to the specific, not the vague. A written comment, a real spoken affirmation, that is something the universe can actually work with. In order to be able to receive, we must be willing to give. I am telling you, this is someone who has got a lot of eyes on them, but they will only want you. That is an amazing affirmation as well. Okay, if you didn't like the first affirmation I gave you, which also is a very good one, right? That they will approach you, comment down below. People have their eyes on them, but they only have eyes for me. That is an amazing affirmation because let me tell you something. They're not going to care about some other person that looks amazing and has all the stuff. And I want to explain why claiming an affirmation like this actually matters, loves. Beyond just feeling good to say, the words you repeat to yourself shape the frame you view your entire life through. If you keep saying, I hope someone notices me, you stay in a frame of hoping. If you say, they only have eyes for me, you shift into a frame of already receiving. Choose the second frame on purpose every single day until it becomes simply true. Like they will want Once you've locked their heart emotionally, like they are locked towards you, they will not care about someone else looking better or being better because there's always going to be better. Let's be honest. That they're not going to care about any of that because what they've actually experienced loves over and over in their industry, in their circles, is people who look incredible on paper but feel completely empty to be around, surface without substance. And once someone has felt real substance, felt actually met by another person, surface stops being tempting at all. It's the same way, loves, that a full, nourishing meal makes something sugary and empty lose all its appeal afterward. Once you've actually been fed, you stop reaching for things that only look like food. You are the meal, loves, not the decoration on the plate. And I hope that lands the way I mean it, loves, because it's the highest compliment this reading can give you. Now, when I say there's always going to be better, I mean like there's always going to be someone more attractive. There's always going to be someone that has a bit more, but they will like you for you. And there will be such a spiritual, strong bond that for them, there is going to be no one better than you. Okay, but yeah, it's true that in our mind, we always think like, oh, but that person looks better. That person is like this better. That person has more of the skill. This person has more of that mindset. But in their heart and their mind, they will feel like no one is better than you, okay? So I just really wanted to clarify that just so that it doesn't get confusing. And I know insecurity has a way of creeping in even during a reading this positive, loves. Even hearing all of this, some part of you might still be quietly comparing yourself to people you've never even met. I want you to notice that impulse when it shows up and gently set it back down. Comparison has no actual seat at this table. It never did. This connection was never a competition you had to win against anyone else. It was simply always going to be you. There was never another candidate quietly waiting in the wings, loves. A runner-up you had to outshine. It was you, from the very beginning. Whether either of you fully knew it yet or not, this person will feel like you are the person for them. They will literally feel like you are their person. They will literally feel like you are the one that I want to make things work with. I want to progress things with. I want to be around. I want to do this with, that with. They will literally feel like you are their person. And I want you to feel the weight of that phrase, their person, loves, because it isn't casual. Someone at that level of visibility, with that many eyes constantly on them, doesn't hand that title out easily. When they think that phrase about you specifically, it means something has already settled, already decided, deep beneath the surface. Think about how many people move through their life on any given day. Loves, how many faces, how many names, how many brief interactions. Out of all of that noise, one specific person has quietly settled into the category of their person. That specificity is not small. It is, in fact, the entire point of this reading. They will literally feel like you are the most important, most valuable person for them. Like they will literally feel that it's a matter of time. I'm telling you, like this person is going to approach you. It is only a matter of time. And I want you to sit with that phrase, most valuable person, loves, because someone at their level measures value very differently than most people do. They've had access to nearly everything money can buy for a long time now. The things that actually feel valuable to them now are the things that can't be purchased at all. Real trust, real ease, real emotional safety. You represent all three of those things to them simply by being yourself. The Ace of Pentacles. Here it shows that they feel that you are someone that is very stable and reliable. Like they have a gut and an intuition too, right? They feel like you are super, super stable. You're super kind. You're super understanding. You're super respectful. You know what you want out of life and you know what you don't. And the Ace of Pentacles landing here matters specifically, loves, because aces represent pure, fresh beginnings. Not a continuation of some old, tired pattern, but a genuinely new foundation forming. This isn't them trying to recreate something that already failed before. This is new ground, built specifically around what they see in you, and new ground loves means old comparisons don't even apply here. Whatever happened in their past relationships, whoever came before you, none of that carries over into this. This is a completely fresh page, and you're the one it's being written around. And they feel that you are so powerful and so sweet and so kind and so generous and just a really good person, like a kind-hearted person. They feel very connected to you, and they feel very drawn to you, and they really appreciate you wholeheartedly. And appreciation from someone like this is not a small thing, loves, because they have very little reason left to appreciate anything easily. Most things in their life come at a cost. A favor owed, an angle, a catch somewhere. You asking for nothing, expecting nothing, is the rarest gift they've been offered in a long time. And gratitude like that changes a person from the inside out, loves. It softens something in them that had grown hard from years of being used. You didn't set out to heal anything in them. You simply showed up as yourself. And healing happened anyway, the way it always does around people who genuinely mean well. Like they feel very connected and they really like you, and they feel like your energy is very sweet, your energy is very kind, your energy is very caring, and they really don't want to be away from you, or apart from you. They feel very connected to you and very drawn to you, and they really appreciate you, which is really powerful. And that specific discomfort, not wanting to be away from you, is worth naming clearly, loves, because someone at their level is used to being surrounded constantly and still somehow feeling alone in the middle of it. What you offer is different. You offer presence that actually registers, connection that actually lands, and that is precisely what makes distance from you feel uncomfortable to them in a way very few other things in their life do. And they feel like you're the one person that captures their heart. So even though they have a lot, it's interesting that they're not so superficial. It's interesting that through the crowds, they look for someone with emotional empathy, kindness, understanding. And I want to explain why that specific quality, capturing their heart, matters so much for someone in their position, loves. Most people who approach them are trying to capture their attention, their resources, their influence. Very few people ever actually reach their heart, because very few people are even looking for it in the first place. You weren't looking for it either, and that's exactly why you found it. And I think part of that is because a lot of people treat them like they are not a human, because they have status and fame and stuff like that. And so they treat this person almost like a machine that's always just doing things, going. And what they want is for someone to treat them like a human. And I want to say something gentle here, loves, because being treated like a machine wears a person down slowly, quietly, in ways that don't always show on the outside. Appointments, schedules, expectations, everyone wanting something from the role they play, rarely from the actual person living inside it. You being drawn to their humanity first, before anything else about them, is the exact thing that makes them feel like a person again. And when they think about you, they have this automatic spiritual connection where they feel like you would treat them like a human. There's that automatic connection. There's that automatic energy, that automatic feeling. The Hanged Man, and especially with the Hanged Man, they just feel this wash of peace when they think about you. And this card is exactly right for this moment, loves, because the Hanged Man is about surrender, about finally releasing the need to control every single thing. Someone at their level spends most of their life controlling outcomes, managing perception, staying 10 steps ahead. Thinking of you is the one place they get to stop doing that entirely. And there is something deeply restful, loves, about being the one thought a person doesn't have to manage or strategize around. You are simply the exhale in their otherwise carefully controlled life. And that kind of rest is addictive in the best possible way. Okay, for some of you, this person's at a distance and they look over you or your social media and they know that you exist. And for others of you, this person might physically sort of be around and be in your life. And I want to speak to both groups separately for a moment, loves. If this person is at a distance right now, don't mistake that distance for disinterest. Distance, in this case, is simply timing, not indifference. And if this person is already physically around you, pay closer attention in the coming weeks to small shifts in how they show up around you specifically. But the main thing here is whether they're at a distance and you kind of don't really know about them, or whether you do know about them, the energy is the same in the sense that they feel very connected, feel very drawn, feel very, very towards you. Okay, the Page of Cups and the Knight of Pentacles, it just goes to show this person's going to pursue you. They're going to approach you. They're going to want to talk to you. They're going to want to get to know you. And two cards landing together like this, loves, is always significant. It means this isn't a single isolated impulse, a passing thought that fades by tomorrow. It's a pattern already forming. Two different energies both confirming the same direction. Think of it like two separate people, loves, telling you the same story from different rooms without ever having spoken to each other first. That kind of agreement isn't coincidence. It's confirmation. They're going to want to be around you, especially with the Knight of Pentacles. There's a sense here of really wanting to push things through, push things forward, get to know you, get to understand you. Especially on the Page of Cups energy, there's a very powerful sense here of wanting to talk and wanting to get to know you and wanting to be around you. And with the Page of Cups, there's a very powerful energy here of really more than anything. What I will say is that the Page of Cups really does resemble a powerful energy of this person being intrigued by you and really liking your energy and really feeling attracted to you and wanting to get to know you more and to pursue you, which is what they are going to do. And I want you to notice something about the page energy specifically here, loves. Pages are messengers, the beginning of something, not the whole story yet. Which means what's coming isn't the grand dramatic finale, it's the opening message, the first real overture, with a whole story still unfolding after it. And I think that's actually the more beautiful version, loves. A story with real room to grow, rather than something that arrives already finished. You get to watch this unfold slowly, chapter by chapter, instead of skipping straight to an ending you never got to experience. Okay, so it's quite exciting. It's coming. It's quite exciting. And I want to slow down here for a second, loves, because I know excitement like this can make a person want to rush ahead, to start imagining every detail before anything has even happened yet. Let the excitement stay light. Let it be a quiet hum underneath your normal days, rather than something that takes over every thought. Because the version of you that receives this best, the version this person is actually drawn to, is the version still fully living her own life, still laughing with her friends, still chasing her own goals, still whole and complete entirely on her own. That wholeness is not something you build in preparation for them. It's something you already have, and it's exactly what they're going to fall for. And before we close, loves, I want to leave you with 3 small things to hold on to. The first, you don't need to change who you are to be found. The very thing that draws them, your empathy, your groundedness, your character, is already fully present in you right now. There is nothing to perform, nothing to add on. Some of you might be tempted once this reading lands to start acting differently, dressing differently, showing up differently, just in case that's what finally seals it. Resist that urge completely. The whole reason this is happening is because of who you already are, not a curated version built after hearing this reading. The second, when the approach does come, it may feel almost quiet at first. A message, a small gesture, before it builds into something bigger. Don't measure the first small step against the size of everything the cards just showed you. The connection is already there underneath it. And I want to add something here, loves, because a person with this much visibility tends to test the water carefully before revealing anything real. Their world has taught them that opening up too quickly gets used against them, so the first move might feel cautious, almost hesitant, and that hesitance is not a lack of feeling. It's the sound of someone being genuinely careful with something that actually matters to them. Meet that caution gently, loves, not with more caution of your own, but with the same warmth that already drew them to you in the first place. Your steadiness is exactly what helps them finally feel safe enough to fully arrive. And the third, keep living your life fully while this unfolds. Don't put your days on hold waiting for a notification. The person this reading described is falling for someone who is already whole, already living, not someone sitting by a phone. Joy attracts, loves, fullness attracts. A person already living a rich, engaged, full life is infinitely more magnetic than someone visibly waiting on the sidelines. So keep your plans. Keep your friends, keep building the life you were building before this reading found you. And honestly, loves, the best possible version of this whole story is you being so genuinely occupied with your own beautiful life that their arrival simply becomes one more wonderful thing happening in it, rather than the entire point of it. You were already whole, loves, long before this reading. And you will still be whole regardless of how any of this unfolds. Whatever happens next, loves, you walk into it as someone already complete, not someone waiting to be finished by another person. And I want to answer one more thing before the final message, loves. Why this is reaching you now with this much specific detail. You needed to see the full shape of this before it arrives, so that when the small signs start showing up, you recognize them instead of dismissing them. A small comment on something you posted. A mutual connection suddenly appearing between you. An invitation that feels almost too casual to be significant, but somehow lingers in your mind afterward. These are not small things. They are exactly the fragments this reading told you to watch for. The Two of Cups. And this one matters so much here, loves, because it confirms mutuality. This isn't one person chasing while you sit passive and uncertain. This is two people meeting each other, eventually at the exact same height, the exact same level of investment. No one loving harder than the other here, loves. No imbalance, simply two cups held level, filled evenly. The way real partnership actually feels. And one more, the Empress, abundance in love, loves. A real life built together if that is what both of you choose. Not just a fleeting attraction that fades once the newness wears off. This person has the capacity to build something whole with you. A real relationship, not just a moment. Children, a home, a genuine partnership, loves, whatever fullness looks like for the two of you specifically. The Empress confirms that capacity is real and already present. This is already in motion, loves. The Page of Wands showed the intrigue already sparked. The Ace of Pentacles showed the stability they already trust in you. The Hanged Man showed the peace they already feel just thinking about you. The Two of Cups confirmed the mutuality, and the Empress confirmed the real life waiting to be built. And the Page of Cups and Knight of Pentacles showed the approach already forming. Stay open, let it arrive. And I want to give you a few small practical things to actually watch for in your real life loves. Not just abstract feelings, but specific, concrete signals, because signs mean nothing, loves, if you're not actually paying attention when they arrive. The first thing, notice if a name that hasn't come up in a while suddenly starts appearing again in conversation, in your feed, in a passing mention from a friend. That repetition is rarely random. The universe tends to repeat things, loves, until you finally notice them. The second thing, pay attention to any unexpected invitation in the coming weeks, even one that seems slightly out of place or unusual for your normal circle. Doors don't always open the way you expect them to. Sometimes the door looks nothing like what you pictured, loves. Walk through it anyway. And the third thing, watch for a specific kind of attention that feels different from ordinary interest. Someone asking real questions about you, your thoughts, your day, your actual life, rather than just surface level small talk. That depth of curiosity is rare, and when you feel it, you'll know exactly what it means. Most people ask questions to fill silence, loves. This person will ask because they genuinely want the answer. So let me lay this all out one final time, loves, slowly so it settles into your bones. A high-profile, high-net-worth person, someone with real status, real achievement, already has their eyes set on you. Not because of what you can offer them materially, but because of exactly who you are. Grounded, kind, emotionally present, someone who sees them as a human being and not a machine. And I want that distinction to really land, loves, because it is the whole heart of this reading. In a world built on status and image, you are the one thing that couldn't care less about either. And that indifference to their status is precisely what makes you irresistible to them. It is quite simply, loves, the one thing money genuinely cannot buy them. You, the Page of Wands, confirmed how intrigued they already are, finding you a mystery worth uncovering. The Ace of Pentacles confirmed the stability and character they already sense in you. The Hanged Man confirmed the peace that washes over them just from thinking about you. The Two of Cups confirmed the mutuality of this whole connection. And the Empress confirmed a real full life could actually be built from it. And the Page of Cups and the Knight of Pentacles confirmed the pursuit is already forming. Already gathering the momentum to actually reach you. Whether they are close to you already or watching quietly from a distance right now, the energy is the same. Connected, drawn, certain. And I want to speak to the small doubting part of you for a moment, loves. The one that hears all of this and thinks, this feels too big, too far outside my normal life. That voice is not wisdom. It's a pattern built from a lifetime of being told to keep your expectations small, to not reach too high, to stay realistic. Just for the length of this reading, set that voice aside completely, because the truth is, the universe does not organize itself around what feels realistic to your smallest fears. It organizes itself around energy, around alignment, around what is actually quietly true. And what is true right now is that someone with real standing in this world has already chosen you in their own heart, long before you ever hear a single word about it. Some of you have spent a long time being the one who tries harder, loves louder, gives more, and still somehow ends up overlooked. I want you to release that story completely tonight. You were never overlooked because you weren't enough. You were simply waiting for someone whose vision was actually wide enough to see the whole of what you carry, and that someone is on their way, not rushing, loves, not late either. Arriving exactly when both of you were finally ready for each other. One message: stay exactly who you are. Let this reach you. It is only a matter of time. Claim this, loves. Drop a comment and say they will approach me. Because every word of that is true. Save this. Come back and tell me when it happens. And I want to leave you with one final thought before you go, loves. This person, whoever they end up being, is not your whole life. They are an addition to an already good life, not a rescue from a life that needed fixing. Keep building your own world so richly that whenever they do finally arrive, they're simply joining something already beautiful, not completing something that felt broken. If this resonated, please give this video a thumbs up, drop a comment and tell me what hit hardest. And if you're not subscribed yet, please subscribe and turn on that notification bell. Take care of yourself. Bye, loves.